Everyone. Today we gather here to discuss the industrial expectations from full stack developer. With my team at Team Axiom, we'll be exploring about the industrial responsibilities what full stack developer have to perform. As you know, application development is divided in two two kind of architecture. One is your web architecture, web development, and the second one is your mobile app development. As you know, if you are a web developer or a mobile app developer, in your entire team is divided into right from the UI designing to the front end development to the API development or the backend development, database development, and all. So the agenda is, if you are planning to establish your career as a full stack developer, or if you are already working as a full stack developer, so this session will be helpful to you to understand what industry expects from you, and if there is certain kind of upskilling required, then you can acquire that skill, upskill yourself so that you can fulfill the industrial requirements. The entire application architecture is divided in three layers: the presentation layer, what user or client can view on the browser or the app interface. The second is application layer, where the backend logic, the data processing, the application logic is written over there in the format of APIs or in the data processing at the server end. And the third layer, which is important, that is called as data layer, where the architecture of database, the table structure, the tabular relationships, normalizations, that all the features of data structure we need to develop over there. So let's gather together with Team Axiom to understand that all the responsibilities of a full stack developer. My name is Sushil. I'll be guiding you, and I'll share my experience as a senior project manager or solution architecture while working with the various MNCs. At the same time, whenever we are lay down the plan for the project development as a product owner, or the whenever we are going with the whenever we are like developing as an application developer, as a solution architecture, what whenever we are working, what exactly we are expecting from a team, right? Full stack developer is a key person, so who might have aware about these all the things, right from the presentation layer, application layer, data layer. Hey guys, try and understand one thing, that what technology or what framework we have to use, that is not decided by the developer. It has to be decided by the solution architecture, right? The product owners, they have their own skills. They can recommend the architecture over there. So obviously, means like my suggestion is, okay, you cannot decide that, okay, which language or which tool, which framework I should use. Okay, it has to be recommended by the top level administrators, right? So let us explore these all the requirements, right? What exactly is expected from that position, so that again I said, okay, if you are aspiring full stack developer, right? So you should know that what is expected. At the same time, if you are working as a full stack development, so obviously you like you want to extend your career, and if you can able to provide the expected things from the industry, you will be reach higher positions, right? And you will be appreciated, and like appraisals, you will get it from the company over there. So let us introduce Team Axiom, so that like they will ask the questions on this, and then I'll able to comment on. Over to Team Axiom.
Thank you, sir. Let me share the screen first. So, good morning, everyone. So, as we are back again with the new topic of industrial expectation from full stack developer. So, sir, one of my friend asked me the question that why full stack developer is in high demand. So, your comment on this, sir.
Okay, Aditya and everyone who is attending the live session, hey guys, try and understand. It's a good question. Why full stack developer is in demand? Like obviously, full stack means, as I told you, okay, the application is divided. Entire application is divided in three phases: presentation layer, application layer, data layer. If you are saying full, the full, it means okay, you are well aware about all the three aspects of the application development, right? So certainly you will become a key person. The project managers, product owners, or everyone is looking towards you as a key responsible person. The way while sailing in the boat, the captain is responsible, right? While playing a match of cricket, the captain's role you have to perform, right? So that is what the reason full stack development. Obviously, people, industry will invest on this position a lot, because he's leading the team, right? He is well aware about the outcome of the application is completely depend on the performance of this particular guy, right? So in your team, obviously you have a UI designers, you have front end developers, you have a application developers, okay, maybe but and the quality analyst, and many more working unitedly by using agile methodology to develop and deliver the products. But full stack developer means, as I told you, okay, he's a captain, he's a leading person who aware about the front end, back end, and application development. That's why they, while acquiring the position of full stack developer, they pay you well. At the same time, you need a requisite experience also. Also industry expects from this particular question. Hope I answer you, Aditya.
Yes, sir. Right. I got you, sir. So, before going to start, I want to just share the response. What are the responsibility of the full stack developer in short term? So, full stack developer is responsible for successful design and development of the web applications and microservices. This role will be strong contributor in the execution of strategic direction for the company. The success of this position will be measured by the usability, quality, and timeliness of application delivery. So these are the responsibility which is used to full stack developer think of. So let's start with the expectation first. So first expectation of the industry is develop scalable, optimize and responsive web-based user interfaces, applications and web service integrations, APIs using React, Next.js and Node.js technologies.
Aditya, your first point is valid. As I told you, in the responsibilities. Now, whenever we are saying industrial expectations from that particular positions, means like your key responsibilities. You need to understand while serving with a company or while working on the projects, what you are key responsible of, right? The entire team,
Yes.
entire company is looking towards you for that particular responsibility, and you need to perform that, right? So as a full stack developer, as I it's like basically just understand one thing. Whenever obviously UI designers or the product owners will think about the backlogs, product managers will think about the sprint, okay, what has to be delivered. As a full stack developer, okay, if you are a team lead or leading a team, so once you get the designs, okay, in the front end development, now just understand, guys, the thing is, okay, right now like the industry might be using the latest frameworks like for the front end development, like a React, like Angular, like Vue.js, right? Most of the time, because of the component oriented application architecture and the single page application development, because of the e-commerce where every transactions need to be performed faster, the browsing need to be become faster, and the page loading issues need to be resolved. Okay, it has to be the component oriented architecture we are preferring. So normally if your front end development, if you are thinking that okay, it will be only HTML, CSS, bootstraps, jQuery, and Ajax and all, so yeah, you're wrong. Okay, right now, if you it's like it depends on the projects to projects, but again, most of the times, okay, solution architecture might be recommending to go with because of the single page application and component oriented applications architecture, okay, to faster loading and uh, like many transactions need to be performed at one go. So in that case, React, Angular, or Vue.js is recommended for the front end development. Up till now, if you are using HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, or jQuery, Ajax, nothing to worry about. Okay, if you can upgrade your skills for React, Angular, or I'm saying or like don't misinterpret me that everything you should know. But like okay, obviously as I told you, okay, you cannot decide what I can use what will be using for the development. Okay, it has to be decided by the solution architecture or the product owners, okay, or what is recommended for the front end. So obviously if you are not used to with the React, or you are not used to with the Angular, and if you're not used to with the Vue.js, then then obviously you will not be the part of that project for the front end development. So either you have to upskill yourself, right? Your growth will be depend how many number of projects and the how many like positions, what responsibilities you are providing, and what value you are adding to the production. That is the key. So that's why, as I told you, okay, the latest frameworks like a React, Angular, and Vue.js, you should upskill for that, right? The highly industrial requirement is going for the single page applications rather than the web architecture where you got a number of pages you are developing, right? The HTML, CSS, JavaScript you are adding for every page and then integrating together. Multi pages loading, okay, it will take a lot of time to load. At the same time, it will become a heavyweight to navigate from one page to another. So to overcome that, component oriented architecture and the latest frameworks are used like I told you these things. So either you upskill yourself as a full stack developer. If you want to establish, obviously you should be well versed about this with this all the stuff. Though you are not actively, you might not be coding directly, okay, because you may the part of a team over there. But as I told you, you are a captain, so you may not perform that specific role, right? But like your expertise is required over there. You can able to comment, you can able to suggest, you can able to, because you later on I'll be giving you the idea that you are doing a code review, right? Whatever your junior developers or the front end developers starting, you are doing a code review. You are merging the codes, right? You whatever the pull request for you, you are pulling the code, you are reviewing the code, you are merging the code, right? So these all responsibilities are there while you need to perform as a full stack developer. So obviously you have to provide and recommend the scalable, right, optimized solution to the industry. So this is why and then as I told you, if you should be well versed with the front end presentation layer, you should be like backend, API development. So again, there are a lot of technologies are used for API development or the backend developments, like a .NET, right? It's like MVC architecture in .NET. You should be well versed with. If you are using a Java, it's a Spring Boot, right? Like kind of frameworks where latest frameworks you are using, not they are the core Java or core PHP. Okay, that is not recommended. So it has to be the like latest frameworks like in PHP, Laravel framework is recommended, right? If you are a mean developer, so obviously in the Node you should be used to with the Node.js. So API architecture and the backend coding can be done over there. So if you and then look guys, okay, if you are an application developer, you are if you uh, use only if you know only Node.js, if you know only the Java, you are not a full stack developer. It means you're not responsible for like developing the presentation layer, right? Full stack means you should be aware about the presentation, the application, and the data layer. Again, uh, most of the times as a fresher, that they themselves decide that I'll be just exploring only PHP, I'll be just exploring Node.js, I'll be just exploring certain things. That is right to get a more hands-on. But as I told you, my question is, are you going to decide the technology what will be used in the project? If not, then obviously as per the requirement you can upskilling will be there. If you, because like whenever you are joining any company, you will be knowing that okay, there may be the projects going on, they like to uh, lay down the development on the floor. It may take some time, so in the meantime your team maybe recommend that okay, next project will be so and so, and then there will be the technical architecture. So you need to decide and you need to upskill yourself, right, on the various technologies over there. And like if you obvious it is obvious that why industry is investing a lot on the full stack developer, because he's a key person, one thing, and he knows many technologies, or he can be a part of many projects. That is what the idea. And then then obviously if you're having a more, if you're performing more responsibilities, right, you get paid well. At the same time you'll be the leading the team, and obviously your demands, what your expectations can be fulfilled, and you'll be receiving the more rewards from the company as well.
Yes,
Hope you
sir.
got me, Aditya.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. The next one is design and implement efficient and secure RESTful APIs using Node.js, Express.js, and other relevant frameworks for scalable futuristic architecture.
Yep. I just like right now what is trending, that is API development, right? Will be not writing server side logic for data processing, or the request comes from the front end. Miss the you are developing a RESTful APIs which can able to means like there is no dedicated client required to call that any from anywhere. You can give a call and develop the response. So the APIs can be integrable to the many interfaces, and then your server can be responsible to serve the application logic from various front ends, right? That is what the idea behind. So means like only dedicatedly one client in the sense interface of one web application, and the server will be there one to one in this manner. No, abc.com, pqr.com, element.com, whatever, or whichever the interfaces you are having, they all can connect to these RESTful APIs and request to the server and get process the request and develop the response out of it. So uh, the proficiency, right, in the front end technologies, at the same time the back end RESTful APIs is required over there. Yes, Aditya.
Yes, sir. So, for full stack developer, he requires PHP, .NET, Java, and main and one stack type of technologies.
Yeah, as I told you, just like recently, it is impossible that one guy will know everything, right?
Yeah.
But just try and understand one point. I'm not saying that you will be you need to be expertise or proficiency in all the technologies, but anyone you need to, because like if you are a full stack developer, and if imagine the situation, Aditya, if you if the in the project which is going on, or is on the floor, and there the recommended uh, RESTful API development has to be done by in the Node.js. And just understand one thing, that you are not aware about the Node.js RESTful API development, though you have a experience of 5 to 8 years, but you worked in the different application architecture, or technical architecture rather. not application architecture, technical architecture. You'll be the you're using a RESTful API development using PHP Laravel. So obviously you'll be not part of that RESTful API development, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
whenever you are joining any companies or whenever, but uh, you'll know that what application, what most of the time, what type of clients are there, or which clients they are catering their services. So the application architectures they'll be aware about. So most of the time, okay, whenever before coming the project on the floor, all the technologies right from the front end, back end, and database will be decided. Will already be decided over there, and you have to work it on. My thing is, my suggestions are, you can upskill yourself. Okay, right now, you like the percentile of projects. Okay, you will be if it is mostly it's in a month or mean. So you should be quickly, you take time of 2 to 3 months and upskill yourself for Node.js RESTful API development if you are a PHP Laravel developer. And if you think that, okay, in your companies continuously the projects are coming up in the PHP Laravel and you are a mon guy, okay, so yeah, as I told you, day number one, you cannot achieve the excellency or proficiency, but you can upskill yourself and be a part of it. So that, like, this all, just try and understand, Aditya, these all the projects and each and every hour you are developing on the projects, right? That is adding value to your profiles also. That comes to your curriculum, right? That's come to your CVs, which project, which client, which technology, so on. So as we have to, as we all are planning to have a career ahead, right? So obviously upskilling ourselves, or I recommend to everyone that you categorize in three ways. I'm in a learning phase of certain things. I'm in a moderate level, intermediate level, and in the master level. So it's a continuous process. If you can, because like most of the people may, or most of the, like, who are attending these sessions, maybe say that, okay, how come it is possible to explore? But I know, that, okay, the industrial trends are changing and updating every year. You need to manage that pace. As I told you, you never be in the all the time in the master level, but like, okay, you need to be upskill yourself from the learning, right, to the intermediate and then the masters over there. And if you not adopt this culture, if you not upskill yourself, right, update yourself, probably once the project is over, okay, you may not like to be sit on the bench, or you will not be the part of the project. That is like that things may happen with you, because the technical architecture recommended, if your skills are not matching to that, so obviously you'll be first set as a full stack developer. So as I told you, you never achieve the excellency in one uh, uh, over there, because if you work on the project for a couple of years on one technology, or if you deliver all the deliverables in one technology, you'll be expert of it, right? So in the same manner, you always need to think that, okay, now if upcoming projects, you need to think it on, and you can. I believe if you as a application developer, as a full stack developer, if you justify, if you provide all the deliverables, if you develop all the deliverables of one technology, you can even able to switch to other as well. It will take some time, but at least you can be considered, okay, because if you not upskill yourself, you will be thrown out. You will be considered as for the next projects, and then once you able to, slowly you can start and able to and you have to develop it sprint by sprint, right? You can explain to your project managers that while selecting the team, that where you are intermediate level or learning level, or obviously as an experienced guy you cannot say the learning level, but like you can say intermediate level. I need some guidance from somewhere, so that like they will pick up a guy who is expert in that, and you'll be getting an opportunity to work with him in shadowly, so that you can upskill yourself as well. But upskilling and as I told you about these categories, always need to be there. Otherwise, right now you may have the projects, right? But imagine if the projects, the technical architecture changes, right? Then obviously you will not be the part of the projects, and then If you remain continuous on the bench for a longer time, probably it's not a good sign for you to upgrade yourself in the career. Hope you understand me.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. So as the project requirements are, the developer want to upskills their skills by the requirement of the project. Then he will become the full stack developer, right?
Right. Full stack means, as I told you, three layers: presentation layer, application data layer, and he is a key responsible in all. At the same time,
Yes.
he will be the leading the team. He's a captain of, as I told you, the captain of a team. So, like you expect now that you're a captain of a team means you should know everything, sort of, right?
Yes. Got it, sir. So the next one is strive to write documented and maintainable code, following coding standards and best practices.
This is very important because most of the times, okay, we are focusing about the coding and all, but you are a team member. Just trying to understand, you are a team member. So while developing the strategy for the development, while planning the strategy of the development, what coding structure, what project structure, right? And we need to follow because its uniformity is important. Imagine the situation that if four guys are there writing the code and everyone is not following the coding standards, like the common coding standard, what will happen? Every day the conflicts will be developed, right? And to resolve, means like the because ultimately it has to be, the code has to be merged, right? And and then like it's a one product, maybe the multiple fellows developing, right? So if one guy is not a part of the project later on, so other who will be taking the responsibilities, he should able to understand the code. He should able to like start from there where the other guy ends, right? At the same time, like as a full stack developer, right? As I told you, the responsibilities are you will be reviewing the code, you'll be merging the code, right? You will be resolving the conflicts. So before starting the project, what project structure, what coding structure, what program structure, what nomenclatures you are using, okay, everything need to be explained, and the coding standards everyone need to follow. Then only you can able to achieve all the objectives. Aditya.
Yes, sir. So next is work with the team in resolving complex technical issues and challenges related to development.
Yeah, as I just like told you, you are a captain, so okay, whatever the problems you will be getting in a day-to-day basis, so you need to be devote the time with the team, right? What problem, to understand the problem, analyze the problem, recommend the solutions, right? And be with the team. And then because like you are the key person to whom everyone is looking towards as a solution provider for all the stuff. So your most of the time in the on day-to-day basis will be like resolving the complex technical issues and challenges related to the developments.
Yes. So it is the teamwork for in the full stack developer. So it will be leading the team and resolving all the issues which are coming in the project by taking a team discussion and all that. Is it right, sir?
Yeah, obviously throughout the day there will be the scrum meets, right?
Yeah.
Once sprint planning is over, sprint execution starts. So while sprint execution, there is scrum meets, okay, and then as I told you, like if you are a full stack developer, you'll be part of everything, right? You're not performing only front end or only back end or only API. So you'll be the key member. So most of the time you're dealt with a like here the terminology is like business analyst, okay, like it's a very early phase we are talking about, not in the developmental phase. In the early phase, analyst analyzing the requirement of the client and get back to team about uh, uh, what is the expectations and what probable thing, how we can deliver the solutions. So you need to understand that document, and you need to write down the you need to give the answers in the technical script writing. So that is why analyzing the things are required. But in the day-to-day developments, you should be a team member, you should be a leader, right? So that you can understand and then there is a terminology called as cross-platform, cross-functional teams. Means like obviously different teams. You'll be so they can collaborate together. So they may have the facing different challenges. They may have the different queries, right? From the various other parts. Okay, from the UI, from the QA, and the from the API development, and so that all you need to understand, and you can able to provide the better solutions, and better practice needs to be followed. That is what the key area. Aditya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, and as well as he's responsible for conduct a code peer review of
Yeah.
code, ensuring that the what is the code quality and the recommended areas where he want to improve in the project, of uh, in the employees which are working under him.
Yeah. Rather than we are
Yeah,
saying working under him, okay, one can say you are a key member of a team, right? So
yeah,
we need to use that you all are the team. Yeah, you are more responsible because you're a experienced guy, more experienced guy, and you know all the like three things. What key features? What I talk about the presentation layer, application and data layer. So you can able to resolve and answer all the queries. What is addressed to you. That's why uh, you'll be more responsible for all these stuffs, because like obviously you need to analyze, understand, and recommend, right, the better solutions, so that the day-to-day conflicts can be resolved and you can able to deliver the things faster.
right, sir. So the next one we have that collaborate with cross-functional teams, including business analysts, other IT teams, and DevOps to deliver integrated and seamless solutions.
Yeah, I just recommend over there that okay, in a sprint planning and sprint executions, and whenever there's a sprint retrospective, they're there. So obviously clientele meets, or stakeholders, one can say, that's a nice word. So their expectations and the deliverables are matching or not. So while as a team lead, right? So as a front end developer, as a full stack developer, you will be responsible to answer all technical things, okay, because whether that things are delivered as per the expectations or not, right? So means while presenting the solutions, right, while testing it, right, if some the queries, the objective which is set, it is delivered or not, and how it is delivered, for that reason they may ask you the questions and you should be able to answer that.
Yes. So, sir, are there a tertiary group also such as security, architecture, IT operations, and QA to ensure the quality design,
Yeah,
delivery, and adherence to corporate standards?
of course. The reason is okay, we are not uh, like it depends on the project size and all. If the enterprise oriented projects are there, or like okay, or if you are developing the e-commerce applications or many more, so like there all the stuffs comes over there, right? Don't
Yeah,
think about the simple websites we are developing. There are the presentation layer and like registration, login, and the dashboard. That is one thing. But at the same time, if you it depends on the size and the deliverables of the projects. If a entire SDLC we need to follow, so then these all quality analyst, and then the business analyst, security, architecture, everything, and corporate standards. It means the deliverables, and obviously the investors investing the things to get it delivered as per the industry standards. So uh, everybody have a role, and their expectations, all these things are expected. So being a team lead, or being a full stack developer, probably you should have all the answers, right? Or you can seek the answers, but people are going to fire you all these queries, right, regarding the what is the data security, how we are achieving it, which algorithms you are using for protecting the data, and many more stuff. So probably these all the answers you can answer, like all the queries related to these, all the topics related to all the departments can be asked, and you should be able to answer that.
yes, sir.
Go
So
on,
the
read
next,
a few more points at a time, Aditya, because as I believe I covered most of the times already, most of the
yeah,
points
yes,
already. So you can read three to four points, and then I can answer cumulatively.
yeah, okay, sir, sure. So he has to be a knowledge of database system, both relational, for example, PostgreSQL and NoSQL, example Redis, including design and optimization. And the next one, experience with Git source control and effective branching and release management practice, and experience in building API-driven applications or endpoints.
Yep. Nowadays, the database like MySQL, PHP MySQL, or Oracle, okay, where we are MS SQL rather. These are the SQL based database are there. So if again which database need to be used, and you are not going to decide over there. So yeah, if you are a query based, or if you are a SQL based database, you are using like a MySQL, MS SQL, or Oracle, or uh, so you should be aware about MS SQL and all. So you should be aware about these things. But nowadays, if you are a MERN and mean application development, then you are following a NoSQL database like MongoDB or PostgreSQL. So as a full stack developer, depend on what kind of database is recommended, you should be well versed with that, so that you can able to develop the solution or the database architecture as per the recommendations. And Git source control, I told you, okay, because like nowadays your development team is diverse in the entire country, or even in the internationally also. So we should able to, which every developer will clone the project, will add its own code, and develop a separate branch, and push the code over there, and make a develop a pull request. As a team lead or the full stack developer, you should be able to accept the pull that code, review the code, merge the code, and pass it on to the CI/CD pipeline, so that like the quality analyst can test it on the on the various staging environments, and before going over live over that. So you should well verse with these all the stuffs, how to do a code review. Okay, there is a separate topic I will discuss later on, how we can do the code review, right? Because there are many things I am discussing, right? But like how to do it, probably okay, the separate topic we can discuss on. But you should be well versed with the how to what are the coding standards, what are the best practice for developing the codes, how to do the code review, right? And then you should be well versed with the Git operations, where you can merge the code, resolve the conflicts, and redirect the things over there. That is the thing. And then API driven application endpoints, you already, like we already discussed about, if you are a RESTful API developer, so you should be able to produce that all the APIs which can be tested for the responses. At the same time, you'll be used to with the GraphQL as well, right? Because the in the RESTful APIs, every API have a separate endpoints, right? So again,
Yes, sir.
overloading and underloading of data, and then like there are all issues we already discussed. So as a full stack developer, even you will be aware about the uh, uh, query language for API development, that is GraphQL as well. So experience building API driven applications or endpoints, that is the key in the full stack development.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your time. That's all for from industrial expectation of full stack developer. Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you everyone, okay, who are part of this session for industrial expectations for the full stack development. Our motive is to understand what industry expects from this all the positions. Once you understand, once you explore, once you come to know that what is expected, then you can upskill yourself, right? As we are expecting a long career ahead, so requirements and the skills, if it matches, so you will be you will be appreciated, your career will be grow flourish, and all the rewards you can able to receive over that. So I again I am saying, understand the requirements, understand the uh, expectations. Whenever you are applying for a job, or whenever you are going through the JD job descriptions, read each and every point, understand the meaning and analyze the things, requirements over there, and upskill yourself. Upskilling yourself as per the industrial requirements is a key. If you not do it right now, you may be the part of the project, but after a year you may in trouble. After the end of the project you may be in trouble, because we need to understand every year the pace of industrial trends are changing, and change is a key. You cannot stop that. So updating, upgrading is a key, right? So you should have an attitude to understand the industrial requirements and then upskill yourself for that, right? Whatever responsibility is given to you, understand that and perform it. Perform for the best. My suggestion is, whatever responsibility is given to you, perform more than that. It's not only the job, it's not only the pay what you are getting. What you are becoming is the key. Upskill yourself, right? You're doing it not for that particular project, but at the same time, as I told you, these all things are going on your CVs. So your career track, your next future career, your next future positions are depend on that. Understand these all the facts, do it well, keep yourself motivated, keep a good positive attitude, right? So your aptitude not only required, but at the same time your attitude is also required, so that you can achieve the best altitude in your career. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day ahead. I'm expecting your various comments, at the same time the queries, so that I can share that all the industrial my experience with you, and it will really help to establish a good career ahead. Thank you very much. Best luck, guys.
Yeah, thank you, sir.